Hey, it's Nakia Nichelle, and guess who is in the building
Hey,
this
hey.
afternoon?
What's up, Nakia?
Hey, Charmaine. Thank you so much for stopping by. My
Thank you
GCI
so much.
family.
Yes, WGCI in the building.
Yes. So you've been working for GCI for what, a year now?
So it's so funny. I actually was training for an entire year before I even got on air. So I've been on air for like maybe 4 months now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but people don't know that I was there like 2-3 days a week with Trey White, Tone Capone, Moondog. Man, they really took me under their wing. I had to learn the entire control board. Because, you know, like some radio stations, you just hop on air and you just start talking. No, at GCI, I need to know how to engineer, produce, all of that. Yeah.
Yes.
So it took a year.
They're not doing, I was talking to Christina Cage, who is in the building over there at iHeart, and she was saying now they have y'all doing everything from, all of it. Blogging,
Everything.
writing,
Yes.
you know.
I am blogging. I am producing. I'm setting everything up.
Yes.
You know, making sure my levels are right, making sure all my elements are firing off correctly, making sure that my traffic plays, all of my, you know, commercials and traffic and weather. Like, I got to record my weather. You know, it's a lot.
It
but
is.
I love it. And then the one thing that I realize is, girl, GCI done taught me everything. So, you know, I'll always have these skills. That's
such a blessing, because you could take that anywhere now.
Yeah.
What was the hardest thing to learn while you were, you know, transitioning into radio?
The hardest thing to learn was that it's just going to come naturally. You know, like, you know, somebody that didn't go to school for radio, I didn't know what I was doing. So I'm sitting in a booth, and it's not like, you know, Johnny or Derek Brown, it's not like they're sitting over me like, well, what did you learn today? It was all on me to learn. So it was a lot of pressure, you know? It's not like I'm taking a test after every week, like, okay, let me make sure the things that I talked about this week, I know how to, you know, to do or implement.
Right.
Like, nah. So the hardest thing was just actually getting started. I was so nervous. Like, it made my stomach sick. I did not know if I was going to press mic on and nothing come out of my mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Or trip over your words. Sometimes people don't understand, like, when you do radio and you've been talking for 4 hours, or even if your mind is not right, like you said, you can't go out, turn up, and then get on the radio, because sometimes things come out weird when you're speaking.
Yeah, you need your energy.
You need your energy.
Oh my gosh.
You need everything. One thing I noticed on one of the episodes of Black Ink Chicago is Johnny kind of got on your
girl every episode.
Well, you know, being in iHeart, that's corporate.
Yes.
So that's completely different from how Black Ink
Mag, like not corporate. I mean, I used to work in corporate, but then obviously the tattoo shop is like very relaxed. Like no dress code.
Right.
No vacation code.
Drinking when y'all want to.
Do whatever you want.
Yes.
Like
so that difference, was it hard to transition?
No, because at the end of the day, I went to Howard University. Okay. They taught me how to be great. Mama and daddy ain't raised no fool, you know. I went to private school basically my entire life. Like, girl, nah, it's a switch. You switch it on,
and you
switch it off. Now, the problem is, you know, I'm just a free spirit. And sometimes you don't know your boundaries. So that's kind of my issue.
Well, he checked you and made sure you
Girl,
brought it back home.
Okay.
Right back home.
Johnny, check you. You go home in tears. Like, oh my God.
Was that 30-day suspension a wake-up call, though?
We gonna see what happened this week on Black Ink Crew Chicago.
I'm always moving a little too ahead.
Well, the thing is, you know, sometimes life happens. You know, there's situations that happen that sometimes you can't always control.
Yes.
And then you already on probation, and then you tweak.
Okay.
So we gonna see what happens.
Charmaine?
Girl, I'm telling myself, get it together.
Okay.
No, but don't worry, I would never, like, super tweak on GCI. Like, I'm going to figure it out. So if, you know, you lose something, you got to do what you got to do to get it back. And hopefully you can get it back.
You'll get it back.
Yeah. So
I mean,
I ain't lose it yet. Well,
exactly. And then they trained you. They put all that energy into you. So, I mean.
iHeart don't want to mess with that budget they done already invested in me.
Yes, that's a huge budget, girl.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Black Ink and what's going on there, because I just
too
kinda,
much.
so much. Okay, you hit me up. I actually just ran into Ryan because I went to Sway in the morning, the live broadcast there. And he was like, you didn't start some shit. I'm like, hold on. I don't know why I'm getting this.
How you started when you just did your job and asked the question.
I just was asking the question, Sway.
Right. How Sway. You ain't got the answers.
No, but I was like, what? I was like, I hope y'all don't feel that. I said, just to let you know, Ryan, I'm going to talk to, Charmaine. He said that the comment he made on the last interview that you guys sat and talked about.
Yeah, I did feel some type of way. It's so weird because it's like when we were doing our TV show, it's like I always thought we were saving our jabs for TV. So when you bring it to an interview, you're like, oh, okay, I see what we're doing here. And I just didn't, when you asked him, what does Charmaine think? Well, Charmaine's made a comment about your relationship, so have the fans, and what do you think about it? Basically saying that Rachel has Ryan on a leash. Now, I want to be clear. I don't know anything about Rachel and Ryan's personal relationship other than what I see, which at the shop. Them being a family, Rachel definitely supporting Ryan and holding him down, and them supporting each other. You know what I'm saying? As far as that comment, though, I felt like, Ryan, you know what we're here for. You know what we're doing. Like, typically, I would never, make a comment like that or even comment on Ryan and Rachel's relationship. You know what I'm saying? But if you see Rachel telling Ryan what to do, and then he's doing those things, you literally see Rachel telling him, these are the moves you need to make. And then you see him making those moves. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm just saying, yo, girl got you in check, homie. You know what I'm saying? It could be good or bad in any situation. Mm-hmm. All I'm saying is we see her calling the shots. You know what I'm saying? She got you in check, and that's not a bad thing. But you know how men are. They take it so well, what do you mean? How she got me in check, So then he goes to make a comment from Martin. When I talked to him, he's like, it was a joke from Martin. I've made the joke to you before. But he said, Charmaine's fetched enough slippers to know what a leash look like.
Right.
I was offended because I'm like, you're calling me a dog or a B word.
Right.
And I'm like, who are you talking to? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You need tough skin with all of us in the situation that we're in, especially to be friends with Ryan or Van, because they're jokesters. Their jokes aren't always funny. They kind of dig deep sometimes. Mm-hmm. But I'm either going to be in my feelings about it, but I really can't because I talk so much mess on TV.
So you admit you're a little bit of a shit. But you do say what you say.
At the end of the day, I just personally feel like if there's an elephant in the room, what we all sitting here looking goofy for? Somebody gonna talk about it,
Right.
So
you put it out there.
Yeah. Sometimes I could be a little messy, but
no. Well, the whole thing that I was trying to get to the bottom of is a lot of people were saying that Ryan did need to finally step up and take control of the shop. That there was some unprofessionalism going on, and he felt that he let a lot of things slide. Do you agree that maybe you guys, I don't want to say have taken advantage of him, but like you said, when you were in corporate, it was a little bit more, and y'all can go into the shop, drink, right. Party, that kind of thing.
I think that because, how do I answer this? I think that, let me think for a second what I think. I think that everybody deserves a certain amount of respect for sure. And sometimes that the fact that we're friends, it's I don't look at any of them as coworkers. I look at them as brothers. So if you
that be a problem?
Girl, it's too late. What we about to do? Sit here and be like, hey guys, okay, yeah. First it was family, family and business. Now it's business and business to family. No.
So you felt like he didn't set the precedent.
Yeah, if that's how you wanted to run things, that's how you should have ran things years ago when 9mag was created. Don't come 4 years later talking about business. You wasn't talking about business before. Where did this come from? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The only person that was talking about business in the shop was Kat. So like now, you know, Kat was doing the conventions and all that, and the guys were looking at her like she was crazy. Now conventions come up, and now, you know, and I want the, like, that was the whole thing. It was so stupid that the guys weren't taking advantage of the conventions. So I'm glad that they're doing that now. So it's like we're still trying to figure things out. We're still trying to learn how to handle business. But at the end of the day, you know, we've been doing this all together. We've all contributed to this entire brand. And ain't nobody about to sit here and tell me, girl, who gonna fire me and who gonna check me is all I got to say. So I will let anyone know what I feel like I need to let them know, because I'm not putting in the 2 weeks and you ain't gonna fire me.
So he fired your cousin though.
Yeah, she was fireable. You know? Like I said, ain't nobody about to fire me. You feel me?
Okay. So you don't think Ryan would?
If he did, girl, I got GCI. Okay. But nah, I don't think, no.
You don't
if
think,
he did, we'll see what happened. But I'll be back. Trust me, I'm not gone. I'll be right back. Just like Danielle's coming right back.
Oh, she's okay.
Yeah.
Danielle's
ain't nobody getting fired, girl.
Okay, so it's still a team. It's still
a team. Like at the end of the day, and that's the whole thing. Like that's the whole point. But you know, it's complicated. So I feel Ryan when he says the things he says, but on the other end of the spectrum, you did not do this by yourself at all. Like you came up with the name with 9 Mag. It was your idea to bring all of the guys together. You know what I'm saying? Lacuna, you went there and said, this is probably one of the options where we need to be. But everyone did everything together past the point of, yes, this is where we should be. Let's all pitch in to be here.
Right.
So ain't no, like, yeah, that's where I'm confused.
So because people are saying, well, y'all didn't sign the lease. And
girl,
y'all didn't
don't nobody know what the lease look like. I do though. So please.
So did you financially put?
Me personally, no, but okay. I'm not one of the tattoo artists. Like I'm not speaking on behalf of myself.
Okay.
I speak this way because
for every collective.
Yeah, like I'll get mad, you know, at somebody just for coming at the team. You know what I'm saying? So if one person coming at the team, then I'm mad at that one person, which was kind of a situation this season with Ryan.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, it seems like you guys are a family. And the last time we talked about a year ago, you know, he had your back, you had his back.
Yeah, and
everything.
Yeah, and that never changed. Like I totally love Ryan and have his back. We all love each other. We all love Ryan. We all love each other. But if one of us are tweaking, we gonna let each other know.
Like family members.
Yeah, but the difference is the guys can sit there and fight and fight.
That's how boys do.
Yeah, that's so annoying. Like I went off recently when Ryan and I spoke. Just basically, can we curse on here?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I was just like, you know, I'm not going to say nothing too crazy, D, don't worry. Shout out to White Gold, my manager in the building. She like, girl.
Watch your mouth.
If you can't say it on GCI, don't say it right now.
Yeah, just do you. I mean, this ain't corporate.
But basically, I went off recently, like, you know, when Charmaine says something, it's a problem. When Charmaine says something. But all y'all talk so much about each other, and y'all could sit here, y'all like dap each other off, like, you know what I'm saying? That's so disgusting to me. But I say nothing more and nothing less than the next person, and you can walk right past me. Boy, bye. If that's how you feel. And I straight up told him, I said, it's because I don't have a dick. Like, that's why. You know, you can be buddy with your nigga that's talking shit about you, but because I am a female, then it's like, oh, Charmaine a bitch.
Right.
You know, but you sitting right next to Van, who straight up, you know, got problems with you all season. Like, I'm confused. So
I don't know what that is, the, you know, bro
girl,
code. The bro code.
No, it's called what is it called?
I don't know.
When a man misogynism. Okay, that's what it's called. Okay, so I'm not saying he's a misogynist. I'm just saying.
Okay, you're just saying certain people do that, and it comes off that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, one thing I do like about you, Charmaine, is you're very honest. You're very open, and this season we're seeing you in a relationship, which is a different way to see you, because
it's so different, right?
Is it so different that you're not used to it sometimes? Like you get out of like, oops.
No, well, like in the beginning, it definitely was a situation where, okay, now I'm in a relationship. I haven't been in a serious relationship since like college. So does that really even count? And it was definitely a situation where I'm like, okay, Charmaine, right now, typically you would probably be twerking on a handstand. But your boyfriend probably wouldn't really appreciate it, and he's a really good guy, and you don't want to lose him, and you don't want to embarrass him, and you don't want to embarrass yourself. So maybe just twerk normally right now. Like, don't do the most. You ain't got to do the most.
Well, don't take away of who you are.
Right.
You know, you still want to be you, right?
Exactly. That was my biggest thing with being with anybody, just because I have such a
free spirit,
like a unique character, free spirit, and I'm very misunderstood sometimes. Like, people who don't really know me, they're like, she's too much, you know, who is like, she's just the most, you know. But then when you get to know me, girl, I ain't the most.
So did you meet him outside of the whole show, right?
Yeah, we actually went to college together, Howard University.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a year younger than me. I had a boyfriend, he had a girlfriend, so we never like, you know, communicated like that in college. And then after the first season, he just like, I was in DC, I was at a party, and he just like kindly, it was so crazy because I was dealing with all kind of insecurities.
Like?
Just because I've never been a hoe a day in my life. And this TV show, you know, has to make things make sense for people. And I'm a free spirit.
Create drama.
Yeah. And I mean, like, I did mess with Don in the bathroom, but who ain't did it in a bathroom before? And like, why am I a hoe for that? And Don was someone I was talking to, whether, you know, the TV showed that or not. Like, him and I were talking, you know.
At that time, was he single?
No, I didn't know that though.
Okay, yeah. So he had been lying.
He had been lying, yeah.
Okay.
So, but regardless, you know, what's the big deal if I choose to do what I want to do as a grown woman, where I want to do it? Like, you know, so for people to call me a hoe and all that stuff, that was really like difficult. So I just thought like, oh my God, no man's gonna ever love me, you know. And then it's really hard for me being the character that I am on the show as well, because like, this is me, but sometimes you might have to be a little extra. Like, sometimes I might be like, oh my God, let me, you know, in real life right now I would totally take my clothes off and go skinny dipping, but we have cameras around, so like, that would be a lot. But maybe I should, you know, because don't turn down.
Is that how it's affecting your real life? Because a lot of people feel like, oh, you know, with what's going on the show, that it's fake. And
yeah, gets on my nerves. I cannot believe it. Like, the fact that the guys are doing a press run together, like, don't get it messed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're family at the end of the day. So we're going to come together on some business and do press together if that's what we need to do to promote what we've done. Because what we've done at the end of the day, it was very hard to do. Mm-hmm. And we, good or bad, we want people to tune in so we can, you know, make sure we are doing well. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it's not fake. Like, that pisses me off. Just because you see Ryan and Van fighting one day doesn't mean that they can't be grown men and sit on a couch and be cordial. Like, you know, we're not little kids. You know, we can. Yeah.
You have to run a business.
Yeah, exactly. We have to run a business.
So how does being in a reality, because people will have misconceptions about you.
Mm-hmm. When I have a lot of them, but it's cool.
I mean, they see you on TV. They might feel like, oh, like you said, she's doing too much. Is that difficult to, you know, continue in your everyday life when you see people?
At first, in the beginning, first season was so hard for me. I went to Howard University. You know, I've always been me. But both of my parents raised me, and I have a lot of respect for people, period, and myself. And for people to leave the comments on my page that they were leaving on my page, it really dug deep and hurt me. Like, one day I will never forget, I woke up and somebody wrote that I was a disgrace to womanhood. And I was sick, because at Howard, I had done everything I could to
empower women,
and I'm mentoring and You know, like that.
Like
really,
I knew you.
Girl. But you know how it is. Yeah, like we're Black women.
Yes,
so.
and you came in the room very gracious, loving.
Yeah.
You've always been like that when I see you. So
it hurt. So then it went from like me being a disgraced womanhood and like a fat hoe to like people calling me a fat hoe is just too much. I'm like, oh my God, like why I gotta be a fat hoe? Like I ain't fat. I'm a little, misshaped right now, but dang. And then I thought about like, what about like I'm not like, what about all the women? First off, the average size is bigger than me. Mm-hmm. So what about all the women? Like, what are all you evil people leaving these comments on my page? What are you saying to anyone that's reading it, these young people that are reading it that aren't shaped like every girl on TV that you see? Like
a toothpick.
Yeah, like that was just so upsetting and frustrating. And I had to deal with things in different ways. Like, eventually I got over people calling me a hoe because, like I said, I ain't never been a hoe. So it's like, you know what, Charmaine? It comes with the territory. Who cares? You know what I'm saying?
But why even read the comments? Like, after a while, I'm like, let me just turn off the notifications on this one.
Because you know what I'm why
saying?
not read them, too? Because there's good things. There's bad things. There might be business. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
You know, a boutique might be in there, like, check your DM.
Token, there's a lot. At the same time,
a lot of negative. I get more love than hate.
Okay,
yeah,
well, that's
I
good.
get more love
That's
than hate. And then when someone is hating, my fans are clapping back like, "Don't you ever say this or that about Charmaine?" You know what I'm saying? But I had to deal with it. At the end of the day, like, yeah, you could turn your comments off. People still thinking whatever they're thinking, so you might as well.
But sometimes I feel like, okay, you're going to think that, and it doesn't matter how much I try to change that, you're still going to have that
definitely
misconception.
Totally, and that's where you just have to get over it.
Right.
Like, I had to just get over people calling me a hoe. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get over that because I ain't a hoe, and I know I'm not, so I'm not going to be mad that they calling me one. You know, and then when they were saying I was thick or thicker, I made a caption like, what did I say? Slim thick. Oh my God. People was like, girl, nah, you thick. Girl. And I like couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God.
And I just made a comment to you, which when you walked in, I don't know if it's okay.
She was fine.
Yeah, I said, you're small. Now I was talking about
my
her height.
She was like, oh my God, you're so much smaller than I thought. I was like, girl, I just got some lipo.
Yeah. I was like, okay, I did not mean that.
I'm like, me being 5'6".
Yes,
okay.
yes, she's 5'6", because every time I see you got heels on.
Yeah.
So I thought you were my height, which is 5'10", and I hate being tall. But you were like, yeah, I just got. I'm like, okay, but
girl, I had to.
But you're so honest about it.
Yeah,
because a lot of people in the
girl go on my page and look at a picture from 3 weeks ago and look at yesterday's picture, and you gonna be like, all right, something's different. Like, yeah, I'm honest about everything.
Like, I worked out.
No,
it did sit-ups.
I hate that. Like, no, I'm honest about everything. Like, if you watch the Behind the Ink, I said, they asked me if I had lipo. I said no, and you can tell because sometimes I look like SpongeBob. Like, sometimes
so
I had the square pants.
Where did you get it?
I actually got lipo on my full core, my back, and my arms.
Oh, wow.
Arms can mess up a picture.
Yes, they can.
Even if you skinny.
Yes, they can.
So, and like the thing is, like
what about your butt?
No, I didn't get my butt done. Well,
you have a nice butt, though.
I do, thank you.
I don't know what's the saying to say. I'm not looking
at
my mama.
I got it from my mama.
But I mean, she has on these pants today.
I sure do. They bell bottoms,
and they're like
slightly.
bell bottoms, very. And I'm like, wow,
voluptuous.
That's it. I don't. Did you get your butt done?
No, but my back and my core is smaller, so now my booty looks big.
Right?
Yeah, and like there were just a couple things with that, Like I said, one, I love all of my followers, but I do have like a lot of trolls, which is fine. But a couple things like Summer Jam, GCI, my lipo was set up 2 days after that. And I had so much anxiety about what I was wearing to Summer Jam because every single picture that I posted, it no longer was about how pretty or cute my outfit was or like who I'm tagging to go get this from that person. It was more like everybody was really commenting more on my weight and, you know, those changes. And that was really hard for me. And
so
Summer
you went
Jam,
through a change? Because
I gained like 15 to 20 pounds in between seasons.
You did?
In between seasons. And it's like love weight. Girl, when I tell you, I naturally.
What is love weight?
Girl, you know when you. Girl.
And you at that after eating.
Okay.
Laying up.
Girl. But you know, before I got in a relationship, it was easier to be way more disciplined. Like I could sit there, I can make an entire gallon of lemon, cucumber, and mint water, drink that all day. I'm gonna make 3 salads with just fish because I'm just worried about myself. Now I'm feeding a man. You think he wants some water and fish and salad? He like, girl, where is my burger?
My mac and cheese.
Yeah. And I'm not the one to be eating burgers and mac and cheese and all of that. I would still eat my salad, but I'm like, can I have a bite of your pizza? Mm-hmm. Like, ooh, a little bite of your burger. Mm-hmm. And that, man, that plus all the good loving, it added up, okay? It added up. And it was hard. I didn't even realize that I was thicker. I came back to season 3. One of the producers, we had to take pictures of our outfits every day. One of the producers takes my picture and she goes, you got thicker, but and everybody, she said, you got thicker. Everybody's talking about it, but they're scared to tell you. And I was like, huh?
Like all the cast?
Like, no, the producers.
Oh, all the producers.
So I was like, oh my God. Like, you know, and then it went from that. So that was in my head. But they were like telling me that I looked good, though. The men, like, you know.
Right, of course.
It wasn't like, oh my God. Like, they thought I looked great, but still, you know, I still look like SpongeBob to me. But then moving forward, it went from that. Like, I knew I was thicker. Then, people know that you look a little thicker. And then it went to the comments. People commenting, you're thicker. And then it just took all of the attention off of anything that I was doing. And Summer Jam gave me so much anxiety. I literally was like, I cannot live my life like this. You know what I'm saying? I stopped posting pictures like that.
Wow.
Like and I'm not insecure. Like I'm so, you know, in love with myself.
Right.
And my man grabbed onto it while we doing it. So it wasn't like he was making me feel insecure or anything.
And I don't even think, you know, camera adds 10 pounds. Let's say that.
Yeah, girl, but I also had added like 15. So.
I know, but I mean, in person, looking at you in person, I mean, weight is such a sensitive issue. I've always had weight.
It's so hard.
It's so hard. I mean, I'm back in the gym, you know.
You go, girl.
Listen, and when you get older, it's harder to get it off, you know.
Yes, I'm 27, and I will say that whatever went on with me before this lipo, I literally did not know what was going on because I don't eat that bad at all. Like, I prefer a salad.
You didn't get pregnant, did you?
No, girl. Okay. I'm on my period right now.
No, I'm serious.
I will prove it.
For the preview of episode 4, you say you were feeling sick, and I'm like,
girl, that's because I was drunk.
Okay. I didn't know.
That's because I had drank way too much Hennessy.
Okay.
I am so, oh my God, the next episode. Oh, Jesus Christ.
What? Is it going to reveal something?
Oh, yes. But it ain't
about
got to do with me. Girl. It's going to reveal what. All I remember, I was real messed up. Me and Danielle, we having a great time. No, like we running through the house together. And I ran past a mirror and stopped and looked. And I looked at the mirror and then immediately turned to Danielle. I was like, Danielle, do I look crazy? Because when I looked in the mirror, girl, I was looking crazy.
At your body?
No, like my face, my hair, like my wig. I could have sworn it was like back here. I'm like, girl, I've been running around the house this whole time looking like this. And I said, Danielle, do I look crazy? And she looked at me and busted out laughing so hard. And long story short, the director told me, because then immediately I start trying to fix my hair.
So you say you're about to go natural?
I mean, I'm going to try. I sent a picture to my manager the other day. She ain't text me back, so I'm going to figure it out.
I mean, because your hair, you said under the wig is long.
Yeah, but the thing is, girl, under the wig is also curly and coarse, and you got to figure out, like, what to do and how to do it and how to look. The thing that sucks is natural hair. We have, as Black people, you know, we're doing the perms and then we getting the weaves. people, I mean, natural hair is a big thing like the past couple years, but it's not like the 70s or 60s when everybody was walking around with natural hair. So it's like, it's almost difficult because when I do my own hair, I'm like, I don't know if this is presentable. I don't know if this looks presentable.
And then it's a lot of work. I mean, every day you have to, oil it, condition, deep condition, braid it up.
It's sleep on it a certain way, get you a silk pillow.
Yeah.
Like, it's too much, but I just spent like $300 on Sally beauty products, so I will be figuring out how to perm rod my hair. Girl, some design essentials, Sally, whatever they call it.
You should try Mael Organics. She's really good. I
sure will.
And I like that too. Just ending up, wrapping up this conversation on the season. I asked the guys with the last interview, what was some of the things that you learned, or what they learned? But I wanted to ask you too. What did you learn this season?
On a personal.
Personal. It doesn't matter if it's personal or about yourself, about the show.
So for me, the biggest thing that I learned this season is that if other people don't want to speak on a topic, I don't have to be the one to do it. Like, sometimes I feel a little pressure because I know, like, if Van don't want to say something, he ain't gonna say it. If Danielle don't want to say something, you better not ask her again. You know what I'm saying? So then they're like, Charmaine, you say it, And then the type of person that I am naturally, I'm like, pressure. Okay, I'm just gonna say it, guys. Don't be mad, like, or whatever. Like,
so you feel like you're the voice because they know that you'll do it.
Not necessarily. Well, yeah, a little bit. They know that I'll do it, or they know that I'm easy to work with, or they know that, Charmaine gonna turn up, But I've done that for 3 seasons, and in our real life, outside of this TV show, it's just getting really difficult, So, yeah.
I'm not speaking on it unless that's how I feel.
I gotta figure it out. I mean, even if it's how you feel, you don't necessarily have to like speak on it. Like, that's the thing about me. I don't have a filter, so I say whatever it is, but you don't always have to say whatever it is
or that what you feel.
Yeah.
So you're working on it.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a struggle.
Well, life's a struggle,
sure
right?
Is.
But I always enjoy, seeing you out, and plus we're GCI family.
Yes.
I was just up there, like I said the other day, at the iHeart Studios, and I ran into Trey. He's nice.
I love Trey.
He's so sweet.
Trey taught me everything that I know.
Yeah, I was like, that was my first time meeting him, actually. Okay. So I was like, hey, Trey. And he was like, hey, he's just friendly. He's like, hey, I'm like, it's Nikki in the Shell. He's like, oh, hey, what's up? So I don't know if he's heard. I know Danny D, who used to be in Chicago.
Yep, I took Danny D's spot.
You did. Yeah. But she always used to work with Trey and was saying how nice that he is.
Yeah, Trey is so awesome. He taught me everything I know. Everybody at GCI, like, big shout out to GCI, because not only is it hard to come into any environment where you're the new kid on the block, especially when you don't know anything, but everyone at GCI has been so helpful. Like, I could call any of the DJs, any of the personalities, or Johnny, or my big bosses, and they will pick up the phone. I can ask any question, and they will be more than glad to help me out. So
that's good.
Yeah, and then the women at GCI, being a woman is hard.
Oh, in radio, yes.
Yeah, and like, I'm learning as I go, definitely the boundaries. You don't want to like piss off your fellow woman coworker. But the women at GCI, they've been everything but amazing. I mean, everything and amazing.
Right.
Shout out to Kendra. Shout out to Frankie. They always take me under their wing.
One thing that I did take away from my interview that I had with one of the personalities on 93.9 my FM is that in this industry, since it's so hard for women, that women just need to stick together in general. If we all just came together, stop all the drama, not always feel like somebody's coming to take your job.
Yeah.
We can really make some awesome things happen. So, I'm glad to hear that, that's happening for you at the station, because you need the support. And with this season, this morning, actually, I finished watching the episode, so I had something to talk to you about today. But this season seems to bring out a lot in people.
Girl, did you see the last episode?
Yes.
You saw the preview for next week?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
We ain't ready. None of us are ready for that at all.
So, with that being said, if you ever want to come back, I appreciate you, reaching out to me and saying, "Hey, let's get this interview."
Yeah, I just wanted to clear the air on a couple things.
Yeah, absolutely. Please use, or if you need to come to me, I try to be the devil's advocate. Just, I'm not into gossiping. People were saying that I'm messy. I'm like, I'm the last person with messy, so last in that race.
That's so funny.
So I'm glad that you came. You said, "Hey, let's clear."
I don't know how that fell on you at all, but it's cool.
I'm like,
you just asked a question.
I'm like,
well, you know what it is? My fans are real. They was like, they're not gonna be mad at Ryan. They're gonna be mad at you.
I mean, what did I do?
My fans are like, Charmaine, Ryan, your boss. You can't be mad at Ryan.
I'm like, what did I don't, I like each and every one of you. And I just met the 4 in Van that day. So, Ryan, I remember from last year, we did the interview and it was very peaceful. So I'm glad you came on. No, I'm serious. I'm glad you came on. If you need to come on more and we just talk and be girl and have girl chat.
I mean, you can. I would be open to coming on anytime. We could talk about the episode or whatever you want to do. So just let me know.
Yes, because I heard Ryan said in the last interview, "Oh, there's a lot more going on."
It's a lot more going on, and girl, I don't even know what's going on. No, it's a lot more going on. It's actually really crazy. We all gonna be tuned in because we trying to see what really going on, and we gonna see. But just make sure you tune in, because Lord, scandal of the century. Oh my God, can't deal.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me today, Charmaine. And make sure you tune in Black Ink Chicago Wednesdays, 7-8 Central, right?
7-8 Central.
Yes,
and also
I got it this time.
Make sure you tune in to WGCI. Catch your girl on air Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. We live, baby. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much again.
Yes. Thank you, girl.
All right. Bye, guys.